Hey everyone, welcome. Best of 3 is just straight up winning voting around here, so that's what we're doing again. Some people are saying it's because this is like a best of 3 format. I think it's because chat enjoys the thrill of watching me squirm under the clock. I'm a very deliberate player, but you know, so is Dave Humphreys, Hall of Famer. Dave Humphreys he plays slower than I do, so I'm just trying to be like Dave, okay? I'm also trying to be like Card Kingdom. They're my sponsors. I do retail as well, but I don't do it as well as they do. If I did, I wouldn't be streaming. I would be sipping Mai Tais on a beach. And because they're amazing. They have everything you need for your tabletop experience. They keep that inventory running through. If they don't have what you're looking for exactly right now today, it probably comes through the shop sometime in the next month. Almost no matter how weird and rare it is. They're going to have it eventually. Just put in one of those restock notices. And when it comes on through, you can be first to jump on that and get whatever sweet piece of bling, some rare card, alpha, beta stuff, you know, super old school. It's all there for you. And I thank them for their continued support. And you can thank them for their continued support by remembering to use my affiliate links. Just check them out via the panels. The show notes in YouTube and, of course, chat link there. And then they know you got there from here. Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Card Kingdom. Having a pretty good week so far. Keeping our gems high and the gold higher. To draft you here, though. Yeah, what does best of 3 set mean to people? To me, if you say, what's a best of 3 set, Ryan, I would say it's sets that have a lot of cards that feel like that are dead cards in best of 1 that you just go last pick and are never going to main deck versus become mid-pack picks in a best of 3. So it has a lot of those. And that in general, there are the tools to sideboard effectively, that the rock, scissors, paper nature of the format is such that you can gain a percentage advantage post-board with an understanding of the rock, scissors, paper at work. Investigator's Journal, I had this in one, like, I can't figure out if this is any good or not. It feels like it's good card advantage in a long game. I just don't know if we're playing for long games in the format. Anybody have a lot of any experience with this? But Purifier for as a gold start, maybe it is the best card here. There's I like the board. I haven't played it in a while. I don't love starting with a gold pick, but I see why those of you on Purifier are on Purifier. There's not much going on in this pack, right? Yeah, as Math simply puts it, it's by far the best card here. So yeah, we'll take it, but I am not on bended knee for this one. We're going to see where things go. Although immediately I see, well, we have a Flame Blessed Bolt and a Quartermaster. I think Quartermaster is one of those spells that, or one of those cards that can beat out a Bolt in a head-to-head pick early. But honestly, like if this were a red card, I would just be on Bolt. But Quartermaster, in the abstract, I think is probably a better early pick than the Bolt. And it also matches the Purifier. So let's go ahead and take it. Again, though, I'm just trying to express that this isn't me chasing the Purifier as much as identifying this as right in the discussion for best card, if not best card in the pack. Another kind of weakish pack. I've tried the Brine Comber a few times, and it's really a lot of setup to try to get this to work. Yeah, I would rather just take a Minister here. Again, check me here, but I'm not sure. I don't think there's much better in the pack. Ridge Wolf at 2 is nice if you get some wolves going. I know what the plural of wolf is. Shut up. But there, yeah, we take removal over it, but there isn't any, right? So, all right. Just talking it through. Got some time. At least I can't lose on clock while thinking through my draft picks. Courier Bat is at its best in this type of deck. Evolving Wilds jumps out at me as well. But as I often say, like when I'm debating between an Evolving Wilds and a pick of color in the early going, I do like kind of trying to close a lane and sending some color signals. So I'm going to take the bat, which is unusual. I don't usually take this fourth, but I think with where we're headed here now, it's starting to make sense. Syncopate, good. Blood Fountain might be the best card here again anyway. Rot Tide. It's been pretty underwhelming. These Adamant Will has been good. Apparently 17 lands says Shield Basher hasn't been good. Maybe it's just one of those cards that when it's good, it's super annoying, so it feels better than it actually plays win percentage wise, but we're happy with the Blood Fountain. You take Hodge likes the Garg. Fair enough. I like first Blood Fountain. I found that people seem to have too many sacrificial lambs for that 5/4 exploit to impress me. Reckless Impulse is probably the best card. Well, this is good too. We can take a guess though. Guest does the life gain thing for the bat, etc. Yeah, a well-timed Garg can feel like you really did it, but there are times where I'm like, wow, I don't even want to... I could make them sacrifice a 1/1 token. I think I'll just keep my creature, you know? So here again is this Evolving Wilds we could pick up, but I think we want Minister number 2 over Light number 1 or Specimen or Malice. Again, this is just generally a good card, as we have learned. I didn't see that at first, but it's been pretty clear. And the life gain theme makes it even better. Right now, our quote theme is that we have a Courier Bat. Well, I guess we have Purifier too. But anyway, the point is we're trying to head towards life gain payoffs. We only have a couple right now. Well, I feel in a great lane here. When you got 7 cards left in the pack and 5 match the color of your deck, that seems good. And we'll take Retribution. And not take a Piercing Light. I mean, Specimens, Grace, and Efficient are not signally at all to me, but these two both being here is... I think we're in a great lane. Yeah, the fact that the Retribution was there, it could have been the only white card in the pack and it would have been a little signally, but then just the fact that Fluff White was still there was relevant as well. And it's funny, I was considering this board in our first check on this pack. This is our pack 1, but we'll take a Malice, Undying Malice here. Squeeze one of these in if you like Beguiler. I've been kind of off it. It just feels like I'm spending 5 mana to get a tapper. I'm gonna take Malice first. I think if we want one of those, yeah, I can say if we want a Beguiler, we can have a Beguiler. Look, here we are. I don't like I don't know. Maybe I should be up on presence. I don't love that either. I'm not saying it's unplayable, but I haven't been super impressed by it. Best of 3, here's where you like a Sanctify, where this pick wouldn't matter in best of 1. Same with like a 113. I can imagine ground-based green decks where we'd be like, you know what, 13 toughness is kind of what we need. Technically, this is life gain, but it's not where we want to be, I don't think. Rob, you like this, right? Is Rob even here today? Not Gar, but Rob. This one, straight good, like you just put it in, like you're playing this in this deck. We are going to make some blood, and Recluse does flip into some life gain triggers. Oh, Beguiler. Okay, so maybe you were joking last night. I thought somebody was trying to support this card, but maybe you were just being silly. Socialite, yeah. How are we doing on 2s in general? Ooh, I don't love our 2 sitch, gotta be honest. Everybody wants the Socialite. Nobody's worried about our 2s enough to take a 2. Yeah, no 4s either. I guess I'll go with chat, but I'm a little worried about our 2s. We gotta find those. Well, here's a 2 we could throw in the deck. I don't know if it's necessarily in our favor. We've got Fierce Retribution, Blood Fountain, Malice that all get kind of a lot worse with this because the benefit of these cards is their cheapness. Almost like if I take a 2, I should take Infantry. Call for the Heron, but I'm... Thalia with Ministers is pretty interesting. That's fair. First Strike is real. All right, let's try Thalia with the Ministers. I see support for Infantry over Thalia, Heron over both. I'm going to go with the rare. Try it out. So Nurturing Presence, maybe we'll try to get this one on the wheel and we'll see what we can do with it. But here we got to take the Downfall, of course. This is just passing mythics and stuff. Bride's Gown, if we wanted to try and set up that, but I like Desperate Farmer or Bat. Maybe Bat is another payoff. Farmer, I think, is the better card in the abstract, Pablo, but we don't have a lot of payoffs yet, and we do have the life gain, so getting a third thing that cares about having gained life seems interesting. And actually, the benefit of Bats in this deck makes me think maybe the Blood Fountain pick was wrong because we have that job taken care of in this deck by Bats. I think I'm gonna go with the Bat, but I don't know if it's right. You might be right, Pablo. That we're still now. And you show me that, and of course, it makes me want to split them. More Bats doesn't suck, but I think if knowing I would pick another one up right away, maybe I'd go the other direction on that last pick. We'll take it. Hey, worried about our 2-drops? Let's take Infantry here. Guest is good in this deck, but Infantry is what we need. And Recluse, same deal. We'll make enough blood to flip this thing. Yeah, we might even wheel some of this stuff too, so we could end up in great shape if some of that stuff wheels in. Yet another Bat. I would love to go back to that pick now, because 4 Bats. We might even play them all. It's just that let's spread out our... Yeah, Ministers, Bats, and Daggers. Let's bring it. Dagger up these Bats. Minister them twice. 5-2 incoming. And yep, there's the wheel that I wanted to see in terms of 2-drop. Maybe this is even one I was talking about, but there might be another one coming. Undying Malice with the bats is pretty interesting if life gain has happened. Yeah, a guest would be nice. Turn all of our blood sacrifice into life gain triggers. Look what came back. We can even just take the Heron now. Groom's Finery, like we could actually do the the thing, but yeah, we're gonna take Heron. Yeah, we got another pack to find another minister. A third minister would be excellent. Gift. Well named card here. 21 solid playables here at the end of pack 1. We'll take the Finery. I'm not sold on this. We'll talk about the Beguiler at deck building, but some people are pretty up on it. Fierce Retribution or just the Fell Stinger. I'm just taking a Stinger. This is one that if its floor of a 3/2 Death Toucher for 3 is super solid, and its alternate floor is 3 mana, take 2, draw 2. So it's got 2 good floor modes. All right, Jim, have a good show. Ooh, I saw the Geist and was happy to want to slot that at 2, but we're going to take a Bleed Dry. We need some of this pure removal. We'll take any of this on the wheel. Geist, Farmer, Guest. Take any of those on the comeback plan. Heron. Wilds. I'm a little more inclined to go Wilds at a time like this. Let's go Wilds. Ritual. I'd be more inclined to lean here if we hadn't just found a Bleed Dry after a downfall. I think we do have some removal. Heron is awesome. Last one wheeled. Squire. I think I'll reserve Heron. I think I'm going to go Heron here. Just take that. Here's a Wilds that we could think. Oh, but there's also a Scavenger. I keep trying to find a slot to take a Wilds, but then there's something else keeps calling my name. Yeah, we'll do it. It's a good card. It's true. That's what I was looking at. That we were at 23 playables, so now we're like looking for things to cut. But I think we've got that. We don't want to necessarily play like. This is a good deck, though. We now have a nice, solid one cut from this type situation, and would be happy with that. So now we're looking to upgrade. Upgrade indeed. This is always an interesting pick. Is the Exile worth an extra mana? Consensus from chat is yes. Don't love that we're filling up 4s, but our 3s are solid as well. So yeah, we'll go with the dry. Wow! I want Ancestor, I want Twin Blade, I want Fixing. But Twin Blade at 2, I think, might be even more important. Like, I don't love our 2 situation yet. I'm going to take the Geist. Again, 2 Ministers. Yeah, I'm going to take the 2. Wow. All right. So replacement level. Here we go. No dagger for the deck. Someone was calling for a last fresh pack dagger. Well, I wish there was an Evolving Wilds here. It would be the perfect place for it. Nothing here is making the deck. I should almost take Vault Progress, but maybe there's a world in which we decide a Basher is something we bring in. I don't think so, though. Doomed Dissenter could be at the 2 slot. We could get a Ritual to add to our removal. Maybe we just need a Ritual for that coverage. I'm going to take the Ritual. I think we have a Socialite. Hey. Yeah, we got picks now. I wouldn't mind this for the board, but Guest is really what we wanted here. And then this came back too. I don't even think... I don't think this one makes it, but I'll read it more closely after the draft here. This is legit consideration here. I'm going to put it in the board as well, but with all this removal, I don't mind a little card draw either. Jeez. Well, then here, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. All right. And we're going to start with the no-brainer side of town. Well, use the zoom in and make it big. We are running our Ministers. We are running our 2 drops that are any kind of playable. Fierce Retribution has got to play. Thalia is such a 2. This is such a 2. We're playing our Quartermaster. We're playing at least 1 Heron, probably 2 in this type of deck, but I'm going to put 1 in for now. Blood Fountain I'm going to hold off on because we do have a lot competing for this job in the bats, but we may want this anyway. Gift, I'm probably need to run that. I'm going to put it in for now, but we can consider cutting it. I think we want both of these 2s. And let's also filter the color. We don't have to pretend we're playing other colors. Some number of bats, at least 2. Let's say at least 2 bats. I think we're probably a 3-bat deck, but I'm going to put at least 2 for now. And because I know I want the Stinger and I don't want 2 Guests. I don't want the Hero's Downfall. Pointed Discussion called out as a top performer in this archetype specifically. I'm still going to hold it for discussion, much like the 3rd bat. I think we're going to play this, but I'm trying to be conservative about cutoff here and find this like the double Purifier and the double Bleed Dry that we know for sure. Like I'm not even going to put Scavenger in or even Socialite or Ritual because I think these are they're obviously good. But something's got to give in a deck with this quality, so we're going to be conservative. So first, does anybody disagree with, like, should we cut Gift? Maybe this becomes one of the cards in discussion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't love cutting any of these. Yeah, that's why I put it back in the discussion pile, and now I move to this view. And yeah, we are best of 3, so it's still nice to have the gifts. We can bring it in when we know the coast is clear and it's going to do good work. Yeah, blood production might be low given the recluses. And what do we want to do for that, though? That's where, let's bring in Pointed Discussion, probably. And then I do like the Heron. I think that needs to come in. Maybe we could cut a Recluse. I put them in the yes list because they're playable 2s, and we only have 6 of those. 2 1s and 5 2s isn't the worst, but it's not ideal. So now some people are calling for Scavenger, but there was a call for a 3rd bat. Looks like most people are on Scavenger here, though. That's true. Should we be honest with our blood situation before we go any further here? Let's see what creates blood, or what creates or cares about that we have in the deck right now. Pointed discussion and gluttonous guest are the only things we do that make it. So maybe we do cut the guests, or at least one of them, and we bring in 1/4 gain 1 once is okay. So we're talking about kind of this pairing. So what if we let's do this. We cut all that and say that's not a given, Ryan. It's not a given. Now these are the, fountain, the 2 guests, the socialite. I don't think we want to play this, and it doesn't make blood anyway. And ritual we could play, but it's hard to say you're playing this 6-drop because it makes blood. Yeah, I see that the recluses aren't at their best here, but I kind of want to go like 1 guest, 1 socialite. Although this has issues too without having a recurring source of blood, right? What makes this sing is being a 5/5 consistently on attacks, and here it is not. So maybe that's not the play. And then let's clear this and look at our colors again. Yeah. No, well, we are, if our only remaining 1s and 2s are the recluses I cut. So I think we're just on put them back. We took a look. And maybe it's like guest and 1 more bat. Or yeah, scavenger. We're back to that. We do this. One guest, 1 scavenger, 3 bats. Let's try this. We can mix it up in the board a little bit. Bled, dry, because we're a little low on blood. Oh, here, we need this for the millhouse.
Everything's coming up millhouse.
Didn't ever find a wilds. Maybe I need to prioritize them a little more highly than I do. I stand by wanting to send color signals early, but maybe there was a wilds pick in the 2nd or 3rd pack that should have happened. Alexis is on Fangs over weak deck recluse. Well, let's try this. We can see how it goes. Make changes in sideboarding or between matches. Well, at least we're running the scavenger. But that would have been a place where, if we didn't have a scavenger and did have a wilds, we certainly had playables behind. And we're going to keep this, looking for some of that early action we insisted on keeping in. But I like the pointed discussion getting us some blood. And we'll find some life gain for these bats, right? Or just more land. That's another thing that could happen. I'll just run a bat out, if nothing else. And yeah, we did upgrade. Like, we are running the scavenger because it upgraded, but it wasn't that far to fall to our next backup pick. Yeah, not the best start here, but I'm going to throw out the bat. Next turn, we can pointed discussion and rummage if we don't draw anything better. I'm not going to deploy a second bat. Interesting choice from Oppo to go aggro instead of just kill the bat. You know me, I would kill the bat every time with that choice, but let's see if we can punish Oppo for theirs. Well, not with these draws. Maybe I'm supposed to play the bat to keep up in the race then? I think I need to do that. Pointed discussion puts us too far behind. Maybe we find something off the top next turn that allows us to delay the pointed as well. And that does a good observation true, which helps explain why they made that choice. They're like, well, if I am stuck on mana, I need to race. So they might just be trying to race. Yeah, I'm just thinking we should punish their stumble, though. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to drop another 2-powered flyer and allow and accept this race. So if you like drawing, I get it, but surely with them stuck on 2, you understand what I'm on about here, right? I mean, we win this race, and they're the ones stuck. Wow. Flood versus Screw to the max here. All right. Do we need to attack? Should I do this pre-combat since we might have whatevers? I guess we might have whatevers, you know. Better do that. And just end, and we'll probably rummage. Oh, yeah, we got to. Yeah, actually, I should have rummaged because we have ministers. That's a great point. Mentioning the ministers. I didn't think... I should have stopped and considered my ones before passing the turn. It was a mistake. Oppo's found land number 3. Let's see if they can show that Screw beats Flood if Screw can unlock before the end of the game. Show phases. L. Here I am pressing L. Great work, Watsy. Do I need to do capital L? Wow. All right, Oppo with a play at least. We can fly over it in multiple ways. Oop, let's crack here, though. I deserve to draw a minister here. Nope. 1 away from being punished for that maneuver. And now we have to decide what combination of 6 mana we want to spend here. I think I'm on Heron and Minister and not worry about our removal yet. And then we just win the long game with our removal behind. Yeah, we could do Heron, keep up Retribution. I like just getting them. I would just keep it going. Yeah, I guess we're at 9. Maybe we just want it dead. It's just I feel like we're going to get so much life immediately from that combo. Let's play a land, though. Let's send the bats. And we're everybody's on Heron. The question is, are we just Retribution or... Because if we play Minister, we're accepting that we take 3. We go to 6. And then Minister gets us back 2. I suppose that's not as much as just killing the 3. So if we're just talking about math of staying alive until we can press our advantage, then the correct thing to do is Retribution. That's true. The Minister, well, we get 5 off of... Well, it's the Heron, right? How are we getting 5? Just because it gets 1 more. I mean, Heron was going to do 2 by itself, right? 6? Yeah. But I'm just saying, yeah, some of that was inherent and inherently on the Heron. You see what I did there? There's no hexproof or anything, so I like blocking and then doing the Retribution. I guess, why am I doing that? I should block the thing that actually prevents a damage. We'll do this. Sorry, being silly. Sometimes I catch my silliness in time. Oh my god, a 4th land in a 2nd color. That's not fair. Minister, hold up, bleed dry. I like just offering a bat, I think. I mean, we could kill the bat. And then we get in... it's a two-turn clock if we kill the bat, so I guess we should just do that. Sorry, get your... Fierce Retribution meme, yes. So I like...
Dad, that's his crotch.
Because this thing isn't going to do it in the air. Well, it's an easy race, but you don't like... I mean, it's about the amount of draws we're going to give them. If we just bleed dry now, we give them 2 draws. And if we attack in and offer a trade, it becomes a 3-turn clock. So it's a whole extra turn. But then we use up our premium removal that if they have something, we'll wish we had to not fall behind to some bomb play. I think I'm going to put the clock on them. It makes sense to me to put the clock on them, so I'm going to do it. I am going to be sad, but I'm doing it. This also says, you know, we get them to, like, 1 in the air, through the air. And they're stuck on land. You know, there's no guarantee they make it to 5. And if they had a 4-mana bomb, they would have played it. Well, they haven't... There we go. They haven't scooped, but there it is. All right. We were on red-black Vamps, it looks like, or they are on red-black Vamps. What's good for that? We want to get defensive speed. Not cutting any low drops. Could cut a Heron for another Gluttonous Guest just to get ground 4 toughness blocking online by turn 3. Certainly not bringing in something clunky like Ritual. No reason for Sanctify. Yeah, I don't love cutting the Heron. You can see what I'm grasping for here, which is more defensive speed. Maybe it's a second guest over third bat. I mean, I'm making presumptions about aggression that we didn't necessarily see, but I'm expecting aggression from this archetype. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. If courier bats are successfully blocking stuff that's either 2 or 3 mana, trading with it, they're fine. That's one of the modes I need out of my 3-drops, though, is interacting in combat with their 2 and 3 drops. If they've got a deck that's high on 3 toughness vampires, then these become a real liability, and that's where I want a 1/4 to block their 3/3s or whatever. So yeah, Blood Fountain has some potential there as well. Gets us the blood as well. I'm gonna go with the guest play because I feel like that's generally going to be better against the vampires matchup. I think generally, if I'm looking for defensive speed from a 3-drop, I want the guest and not the bat. But yeah, maybe Blood Fountain to produce some blood is relevant as well. All right. Right now, Thalia is not a drawback for us, and we ministered it up. Double minister is why we took Thalia over some of our other options in that pack. Retribution gets harder to cast, but we're going to lead on Thalia here because of the Minister combo. Flipping that Visionary right quick, but it taps it down. What? What just happened to me? I quit. We're done. I'm out. That shouldn't even happen after sideboard. All right. All right. What the hell? All right, well, infantry. I'm just stunned. Yeah, I could leave up Retribution, I suppose. This is a pretty big beastie. I'm just a little bit shell-shocked, honestly, still. And now, I can leave up the Retribution, but that's not maxing the mana. However, if I don't remove something, I don't like where that puts us. We could go... I like sending infantry. I'm going to kill the Socialite anyway. If they block here, I'll kill the Socialite with Bleed Dry. But what I expect is that they'll just not block and try to come back the other way and sack the blood token to try and go 5, and that's when I'll bleed it dry. If they sniff it out and block here, I tip the cap and they save their blood token. Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised they do. I would never. The reason I made this attack is that in their spot, I would never in a million years trade my Socialite for an Adamant Will. So they would, and I'm gonna bleed it dry like I said I would, so they get to keep their blood. Maybe if I click on show phases. Well, Bat plus Retribution is a 2-spell turn. Yeah, that's a little sus. Are you stream sniping, Oppo? Well, let's play this anyway. Yeah, it's a great point. If this dies into an aura and we throw it on a big lifelink and flyer, we can get back in pretty easily. And to that end, I guess we can double block either one and Retribution the other. It doesn't really matter which. Both are 2-for-1s. Right? But I guess the answer is if Oppo has a response and we want to respond with Retribution, which one would we rather have dead? And the answer is Berserker, so we should double block it. So now do you, though? I think we go ahead and it reopens a window. We can just accept this. But we can also just Retribution and kill the Scavenger as well. Hodge says we don't need to yet, but my inclination is to. You just want to go to 8 and not worry about the Scavenger, set up the Hope. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if we draw land, we'll have Retribution up again. But if our plan is to go Heron and then Aura up the Heron, we're potentially a ways off from casting the Retribution. So I'm gonna go with my gut and use it now, because I don't think we have a window to use it for a while. I could have maybe used full control to get both safely, but I like saving the 2 as well. Well, I don't know if it's GG. Still got a lifelinker. It's getting a little hot under the collar here. I don't think we're advantaged in this one, but we're not donezo. Here we could, I think we need to, let's see. Really, I just think on this play we're on lifelink, bat, get bat. And downfall is for a future turn. But it's getting awkward in here. Oof. All right, moving on. Yeah, suddenly this has some value, but I don't know if it has enough. We get the dollhouse, and what else? Yeah, they showed gift, it's true, but if they're using it on us, it's probably killed a thing. If they're using it on them, it's probably not that exciting a target. So, if gifts were a better target for Sanctify, you might get me there, but I think we just try and beat that card with our own game plan and aggression. We don't have that much blood, though. If we were, like, cranking out the blood, I'd also be with you on that hammer. But we're really not making that much blood. Did I like the down one bat, up one guest? Did we learn anything more about what they're up to on the ground? I mean, and the festivities is just embarrassing that it got us, but we should keep note that, like, it is actually very good against us. It's a good board in. And again, funny how Oppo Noah has a crap ton of ones. Now you got me paranoid. What I love about Stream Snipe is I can really rag on the Stream Sniper, because if they aren't Stream Sniping, then this isn't, they don't hear, this is not directed at them. But if they are, I get to see things like, you're a slime bag human, right? And then it works only if it's true. Anyway, how about a bat in and one recluse out? I'll do that. There is the alternative, though, that the person is not stream sniping and then comes back to watch the video of them playing later, in which case, obviously, I don't mean you're a slime. You know, I'm only talking to you if you're listening live right now. If you're coming back later, Oppo, no worries. It doesn't quite balance out. That's the, I know you're winking, but a lot of people use that logic quite literally, Arstall. Help from chat is still within the mental boundaries of the game. No information is being used that we shouldn't have. The moment you're using information you don't have, that's just cheating. Gluttonous guest on 3 is the guarantee here. Is that worth it? I don't love stranding the minister for that long, but I obviously don't love mulliganing either. I think we keep. G-Guards is on a strong keep. It passes my baseline heuristic of, can we do something relevant on turn 3 with any land draw? And heck, we already have the lands in hand for that, so. Great draw, the 4th swamp, just what we were asking for. Well, there you go. I have a great deal of respect for Garrett's play. I have a great deal of respect for Alexis's play, and they disagree on the sneapness of that mulligan decision. Magic is hard. One of the reasons I think it was a keep is the Blood Vial was also guaranteed in the turn 3 guest play, and that helps us solve the problems if we haven't found the plains by then or whatever. As it is, we found a plains. We can go straight to the Heron now. Heron's one of those words I pronounce differently. Sometimes the Kanye version slips out, sky for the Heron. And then sometimes it's more Pacific Northwest, Heron. I don't know. English is also difficult. No attacks, though. Let's play it and go. Well, he didn't do anything on 3. Nice. Socialite could eat some Retribution. We can actually hold up Retribution and Downfall. Could also gain some life or play a Minister. Maybe I guess figure out my turn before I drop a land. We do have Blood we could cycle. I think we just want to drop the land. You don't even play the Swamp. On 5, though, we have both of these. That's not relevant to you. Once again, we have interesting thoughts from chat. You like keeping both of these back for the Socialite as well? He's like, that's what also asking about attacks. Because you can make a case for leaving these back to block, make this go to 5, and then downfall it, right? Yeah, let's attack with the Heron and play the Minister. I'm with Garrett. Let's just get our sweet Minister combo going. Also, we're choked on white, so we want to try and use white every turn. That does that. And I'm going to play the land as well. Garrett's plan A is Heron of Hope plus Traveling Minister is too tough to race. So make them beat this combo and then fall back on a new plan if they do. Interesting. Still sticks around to double up our life total, and we can make it a 1/1 life linker as we want. It's still gaining 4 life a turn even, you know. 2 for the Minister, make this a 1/1 life link, ping 2 more, right? Yeah, maybe Festivities incoming. Yeah, 2 for 2 at that point. They will have disrupted Plan A. So Downfall, they didn't even attack. Interesting non-attack with the Socialite. But I'm kind of on hold the Downfall if they're not going to pressure us. And I'm on Rummage the Swamp, I think. But do we want to... Let's do Minister... Yeah, let's cycle the Swamp. The Swamp is about the worst, right? Let's start there. Twin Blade, we could play it, and if they do the deal 1, we at least have an aura, but I kind of like holding this until, and not flooding the board with 1 toughness. And Heron for 1. Do we want to lifelink it or hold? I think we could even go Scavenger. Do we have a... We have nothing to scavenge for a life drain, though. We'll send that. Yeah, I'd rather have the Downfall up, right? Let's just... While they disrupted our plan a bit, we're still not pressured into shifting gears yet. Retribution here, though, makes some sense. I mean, we're not going to, like, what else are we trying to do with this besides get a good attacker? Downfall backup is nice. Uses our planes for the turn. Yeah, scavenger food as well. And with these red-black decks, scavenging those creatures out of the yard is quite relevant. Lots of recursion for creatures in the black decks, as we're trying to show. Attendants! Attendants are mandatory. I'm just killing it. I'm supposed to think through my turns and stuff. I'm not. I'm going to kill it. I'm killing it. It's dead. 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 Now maybe we go with a Geist. Or maybe we keep playing around that. I think they would have gone with the one to everything if they had it, right? But let's at least do this. Yeah, not while stream sniping. I'll do it this way. Let's just keep lying. They're like, all right, fine. He's not going to do it. Fine, says the stream sniper. He's not going to do it. Yeah, let's get rid of them attendants. I like that plan. Attendants and then Twin Blade. I haven't read up on that yet. I'll try to do that before tomorrow. And we can talk about it then. Twin Blade Geist we could send in on a suicide mission so that we can suit up the Heron. That makes sense to me. I don't know what we're doing with it on the ground. It's weird to offer up dead creatures, but this isn't doing anything for us on the ground. In this game, I would much rather have an aura to cast. Can even send the guest, although it's blocking. Although we just want to, yeah, I'm sending everything. We're at 29, they're at 14. We want them to eat the Geist. That's the point of the attack. Yeah, and that's a fine result as well. So, great. I'm going to hold the land for possible future looting. Well, they might see and they don't want this Geist dead, which is fine. If this is a 2-powered unblockable, that's fine as well. Do we block with Heron? Well, here we go. This is the, you know... Because deals combat damage, create a blood token, so they can start the blood. It's not about our life total, it's about them getting out of this with rummaging. When we have attacks on the ground. But I'm going to say, I'm going to let them have a rummage at least once here. Well, there you go. Now they can rummage and flip a Recluse. They're running a lot of non-bows with their End the Festivities sideboard. We're just giving them more chances to draw out of this, but we're also leaving on board the thing that's going to close out the game faster, right? Oh, it's my stuff only. Okay, cool. You can see how much I have experienced that card. That makes it a much better sideboard option, too. There you go. Well, we're not finding what we wanted here. We can still send the scavenger and be willing to trade here, but we could leave it back. I think I'm on send Geist and Heron and leave back the scavenger. But they can keep... well, it's either send these two or send all, right? We do offer a double block on the 1/4, but and we can even send the guest. Hodge, do we really care if they double block the guest? That seems good for us. Get in for 5 or 6, and they spend a turn blocking this thing. So yeah, I like send all. You would not send the 1/1. I'm on Team Aggro. I'm going to do it my way. Accept the consequences. I know there are people as good or better than me in chat suggesting different lines, but at the end of the day, I'm going to live and die on my choices and see what happens. Oh, right, yeah, I was supposed to activate lifelink. I still can. Still can. I mean, I was waiting till the last possible minute, you know. I'm just sequencing correctly. Jeez. Hasty chat. Boo. Made him have it. I mean, come on. And nothing to flip the recluse. I wasn't playing around removal there. It just didn't feel... It felt like it had to be recently drawn. But, of course, we did give him tools to recently draw it. Well, Courier Bat. We could hold it. If we hold it, what are we hoping for? We hope to draw some life gain so that we can get more, you know, get more things back from the yard. It does, however, at least pace the 2 life from the Reveler that they're going to start to get. So we probably have to play it. I mean, I can watch the clock. This game is... I play slow, but we're going to resolve this before my 6.5 minutes are up. Yeah, blood token gains life, but you act like... But Doug, we don't have... We're not like some heavy blood token making deck. We actually don't have that many cards that are going to do that. We have more things that are going to make life on its own. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. We need more help. But I think we fall too far behind if we just let them drain to a turn while we're not doing anything. I think transforming the 1/3 is correct just because of how powerful the drain is. There's some downside to it for sure, but draining to a turn is monstrous, and they get mana left over. We'll do, if we draw some removal for the Reveler, we can be back in this. And of course, we're flooding out. Well, I hope our Appa wasn't stream sniping, because then I wouldn't be mad at the magic gods for the lack of justice. But stream snipers experience their own justice, because you don't do that if you're not somewhat unhappy in your life somehow, you know what I mean? We're dead, though. I'm going to move on. No, I say we're not dead. I guess we could somehow draw out of it. I shouldn't quit yet, but it feels like we're done for. Between the blood and the flood and the drain, I don't know how we overcome all this. But at 16-11, I feel like I should try. Trouble with this is they can do this thing to get it back, but I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Discussion into 2 action spells is a good place to start, I suppose. I'm gonna do it like, yeah, this is right. That is 1 action spell. Oh no, we're not certain of it. But the evidence was some suspicious prescience on how they sideboarded, but specifically that LLZEV is a kind of a weird name, and there's a person in chat with the same start to their name. It's pretty loose, which is why I say I'm only doing it because if it's true, the person's hearing it. If it's not true, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, it's a great point, 30-pound knight. Mainly, what I'm doing is trying to make myself feel better about losing this match. But yeah, let's rummage again. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. There's a lot of evidence they're not stream sniping, which is usually the case. I always end up saying that. Like, the number of times it's actually stream sniping is so tiny. Yeah, it's true. They could have abandoned their sniping. Yeah, we need to get rid of the drain. It's the only thing that we can do here. Sorry, I'm getting into this discussion about sniping and forgetting to try to win a game of Magic. Let's get rid of the drain and try and flip this and get back in it. Yeah, thanks. Now clock is an issue. Still going to be quite tough for us to win this, but we're not. We're definitely in mostly
Your
territory.
friend here is only mostly dead.
Kind of need removal for the socialite so we can drain with the witch, or removal for, yeah, it's just all tough. A lot of tough here. I think maybe the removal for the forebearer is more important. Never tell me the odds. No, always tell me the odds. Which is the idea Lee Sharp had for a t-shirt to contradict the Han Solo narrative. Always tell me the odds. Well, here's some stuff. Does it keep us alive? I mean, I could send this. It offers up 1-for-1s, but sure, you know, whatever. Let's. Here you go. The Air Force is a real problem, but so is now this dollhouse doing all sorts of nasty stuff. Do we have outs? I don't. This is where I feel like I'm just casting magic spells. I don't really have a plan anymore. I'm a little detached from the game because I feel like we've already lost it. And if it weren't abundantly clear before, it sure is now. Stream snipe, I'm sure of it. That's the only reason we lost that. Put it. Look, sometimes the losers write the history. Yeah, chat should take the blame as I forcefully rejected chat advice and took my own path into removal blowouts. I can point you to some easy games if you want some easy games. Well, War Furnace, also to be fair, the festivities came in out of the board, and especially since I then understood when it was explained to me that it was only Oppo's stuff and couldn't hurt your own 1 toughness. It's a reasonable board against my deck. A lot of 1 toughness going on in our lineup. Speaking of. But yeah, we'll keep this. That's right. Well, you know, as observed, we were clearly and obviously, without any question whatsoever, open and shut case, stream sniped upon. Therefore, we basically won that first match. Interesting. We can just gain a life or knock them down a life, but we also risk destroy target attacker. That being said, if they do that, it means we get the bat and the heron and the purifier to not file for that, not fall for that. I saw Pablo say file, stuck in my head. So I am going to go ahead and offer send this attack, and if they want to use destroy attacker on it, that's fine. Yeah, we definitely want to start with the, you know, I'm going to sandbag bats as much as possible in the deck. Sometimes you got to run them out because it's all you've got for 3. But if you have other things to do, I'm definitely not on early bats. I'm going to go Purifier and could offer a trade. I'm just going to gain life, though. And we can sit back with this combo and draw. Like, we don't even need to play Heron next turn. We might want to. Well, let's see what they do here. Cruel Witness. We could Minister the Purifier, send in. If they block, get it back with the bat. And that all happens this turn. And then next turn we have play Purifier, gain life, draw a card. I kind of like that. hard for them not to block here, right? Oh, they didn't even block. All right. So we could draw a card or play Heron, and Heron +1 is Witness Plan. So I like getting the Heron going. Hey, thanks for that sub, Rollock. Appreciate it. It's tough to turn down these card draws, but I didn't like a card draw here because it leaves 2 mana fallow anyway. Well, gosh, I didn't think I was playing the Heron that turn. Let's get this going first. You wouldn't sack Heron? It's pretty good as an enchantment. You're not wrong, but it feels good to get value from the Stinger too. Let's attack and then decide. It is so good, but we can get it back with the bat, right? We can get it back on this board, but it can attack, right? I think we should do that. Then we draw a card too. We draw 2 cards. I mean, we draw a bunch of cards. We're going to do this, but then we get to Purifier draw as well. That seemed value-laden. What was that about? Oh, they just wanted this dead for the aura? Okay. We got Retribution on blocks. I think I like Minister, Bat, Retribution as the turn here, although we could also go, yeah, Quartermaster. Let's get the Heron back. Let's do this. Ooh. Quartermaster. Yeah, we could do Quartermaster here. You like that? Yeah, that's pretty strong. And we get to Minister as well. I guess we go Stinger, but do we offer... I guess we offer the Stinger. Why not? If they want to trade the Scob here, we end up in a pretty good spot. Stinger's already given us a ton of value. Alexis is like, no, but look, they didn't even block. But yeah, it sure seemed like they they went out of their way to do the lantern thing. And on that front, I owe you a meme here. You can have, this is a good one. Gotta do it. All right, we got blue-white skies with a healthy dose of disturb auras. So we could absolutely bring in the Sanctify. Seems like at instant speed. Oh, it's sorcery. Maybe we don't. I like the idea of knocking auras off mid-combat. Loses some luster as a sorcery. Because if you're using this to get the backside of a value creature, that alone is not good enough. But like knocking something out of the sky mid-attack and eating it on the ground, that's where you can get value from an effect like that. So the sorcery instant really matters to me there. Gift of Fangs is looking pretty useful against them. Pretty useful. I guess a lot of the stuff is naturally 3 toughness. Maybe that's not the best. Might just be a run back situation for me here. We could maybe do it. We didn't talk about the Beguiler, but, you know, tapping down flyers, not the worst. Yeah, killing disturbed creatures without exiling them, right? That's why we picked a Bleed Dry over a Hero's Downfall for that very reason. Let's run it back. I didn't see anything that I think pushed our win percentage in the obviously correct direction, so run it back. All right, looking good again. Wouldn't mind a 2, but other than that, sweet looking hand. Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about, Skeeve. I was considering the Fangs, but it just felt like too much of the stuff that we would kill with it would come back to haunt us for a second card. How about a 2-drop? 2-drop critter, please. One time, Magic Gods. Well, now we're getting into like, okay, if we get to game 3, I'm willing to bring in a sorcery speed naturalize with the addition of a confinement target. No 2-drop for us, unfortunately, but we still get Purifier into Heron and to activate, play Bat, draw a card, etc. Quartermaster at the top of the curve also doesn't suck. Could get syncopated here, but we're going to make him have it. I'm not going to run out of Bat because I'm afraid of a syncopate. If they have syncopate, we still end up with a pretty good curve from here. Lantern does kind of hose their own deck. I'm not sure. I mean, we're in the 0-1 bracket, and we don't have rankings. Who knows how experienced this Oppo is at all this. Yeah, we can go attack with Purifier, play Geist, draw a card. I like that. We may get again destroy target attacker, but let's make them have it. And if they do, we're going to be able to Heron Bat it back eventually anyway. Yeah. So they did have that, but we just go to plan B. Basic land would be great. No basic land, but we can double up 2-drops, and I like that over just gaining life for no trigger value, just be life gain value. So we'll send in the attack and then drop 2 creatures. Yeah, any basic, and we don't have wild, so any land, and we get to Quartermaster onto Geist. And a Hope. I mean, what a double, right? 1 on Heron, 1 on Geist. Woo! Yeah, was there a pause there? We should keep that in mind. Could be a Piercing Light, although maybe that's a reason. As I say, if we draw a land here, we could decline to Quartermaster at this point and see if they've got the Concerned card. And now, yeah, we really are just a little stuck on the mana here. I'm going to go ahead and attack into the possible light. I'm going to leave the Recluse back, but send the Geist in the Hope. Because if they do have Piercing, the Geist becomes another spell option for us. But I think we're following with a Bat here, almost regardless of what Oppo does. Alright. Can't be Piercing Light, or that would have been too straightforward. Maybe not. Maybe you're just like, I don't want him to double strike the Heron, but I don't know. We're just gonna... Skeeve likes gaining life. I don't like gaining life at the cost of deploying another Windrake, because they're at 14, we're at 20. Just want to keep the pressure on in the air and make them respond to this Air Force we can clearly build. I mean, we've got 3 flyers back in hand. We just need 1 more land, and we're clocking for 9 in the air. That's crazy. Well, could block with the Recluse, but yeah. If I assume they're going to play something that makes this a bad attack anyway, I kind of like taking their resources. Because they're on 4 mana. What are they going to... I mean, they don't really have time to recast this. Garrett doesn't like trading. For me, Garrett, it's the... Okay, I was wrong, but I just figured that this would not... I figured the chances that the Recluse would not have a good attack by the time we untapped were so high that I was willing to take that trade. And now, a lot of open mana here. We could just go activate Hope, Bat, get back Purifier. I kind of, given the open mana, I think I like that play. The lifelink Bat play. Let's see what they got going on. Garrett just likes the Quartermaster. Huh, so you think... That's interesting. They just didn't Piercing Light before? I don't know. Geist wasn't worth it? They must have just been afraid of the Geist being a powerful aura. Or they just drew it. That's always possible, I suppose. They bottomed on their Scry. Huh, okay. Well, now what? Now probably just Quartermaster with less value than we like. But they've kind of used up their removal, and then we just kind of start to dominate with this. And then if we draw a land, we have a 2-spell turn after that. Yeah, we could Bat. I guess Bat actually does a similar amount of damage. Yeah, Bat is right, because it doesn't use up as much mana, but it does as much damage and sets up for bigger damage, longer game. Yeah, that's fair. There's not enough of an advantage in playing the Quartermaster there for only 1 target of value. And now the Quartermaster looks great. We throw it down, and at least each of our attacks is a trade, and then we get left with a 3/3 in the air. And if the Geist dies, it's a 6/6, effectively. It can be. That's it. Yeah, it's even 3 mana, so we can Bat Twin Blade Aura next turn. They gotta block it. You can't just take the double strike forever. Yeah, I guess you don't gotta block it this turn, I suppose. Sandbag the land. We can already execute. They didn't block the Geist anyway. So, yeah. Well, Scavenge is going to look good after this combat. Now, I still swing away. They still, every block is a trade at best. And we have Scavenger Bat incoming. Yeah, if they take anything, we just win. Okay, so now we just win. Can't even syncopate it. Yeah, they were doing the I can't beat it, so I'm not going to play around it kind of mode there, right? All right, well, we got our 1-1 split here. We're looking to get some gems out of this event with a final match win. But I'm going to top off my coffee and take a short break and be right back for that, okay? All right. Let's see what we can do. Another 2-1 would be good for the week in terms of results. Yeah, hopefully we find something to do on 3 besides a pointed discussion, but I like that we have that plan if we don't. And infantry on 2 is just fine. Oppo mulliganing is also just fine. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Double mole over there. Ugh. Well, we're on pointed discussion to eventually loot away planes anyway. Huh. Thalia or pointed. If we play Thalia, pointed becomes a 4-mana spell, but that just becomes what we do next turn anyway. Thalia on board here does apply some pressure, so we should go Thalia. Despite the added expense to our own cards. Be our guest. Maybe that's what we do this turn. It adds to the board and we can rummage instead of just spending 4 on the discussion. A lot of open mana here, and we can't do much about it if they've got something, but we're going to make them have it. Can Oppo make a wolf? You got to exile. Yeah, they got no graveyard, so I don't know how they're doing that. Yeah, I like guest and then rummage away planes, but we can do that at the end of their turn. Recruit. We got one of the meme things for that. That picture is amazing. I don't know. Hat's got some Google foo, let's just say that. Courier Bat. And no lifelink, but we can point a discussion and rummage away that planes. Well, maybe. We'll see. I think that's where we start. We could just bat it, though. Again, no Air Force here. They're at 14. We can send in with these two pretty happily. Heck, we can send in with the Guest. It has a bounce block on the Wolf Rider. I guess we just start with a send of the these two. Let's start here. Want to keep applying pressure to that 14-point life total with the bat to follow. And now with that play... Yeah, I kind of like bat for no life, no recursion value, but we get potentially make it a 4/4, make it a 4/4 flyer next turn. And they're at 12. I think that's worth it. So I'm just going to bat. And I'm playing the mana out because this is 5 mana because of Thalia right now. Daybreak Combatants is very much a racing kind of card, and we're in a good position to race, so I'm fine with that. We could even take a trade here, but yeah, again, with this life race, I'm fine taking this and leaving the bat alive to hopefully wear some pants. Got pretty good attacks anyway. Could just go pointed discussion. If we find a... but then we don't get to play anything after that, really. Unless we find exactly the right things with the discussion. So we could also throw the infantry on Thalia and just make her a much better able to get through on the ground. But right now she's been able to anyway. I'm going to go with my plan. Yeah, another thing is they do have open mana and cards. I've gotten blown out before. We could wait on that. So I will wait on that. We're in a pretty good spot. Let's go with a swing of the 2/2 powers. And see if this produces any response from Oppo. See if they got something in hand here. And yeah, I'm just going to play this out. That was nothing. So, seems like they don't have removal that we were scared of unless they literally just drew it. So, infantry has a pretty good chance of landing. Oh, a Braid would cost 3. Yeah, let's remember my own Thalia. Good point. So this... super suspicious, right? I mean, do we care though? I kind of like, I guess I'm going to block with the Guest, and if they want to use some tricks to turn to dead the Guest, that's fine. But I'm not going to put the Purifier at risk. Now they're thinking about it. So they got some trick. How about a swamp? Just give us a natural swamp to work with. Then we can attack with downfall up and then decide what to do after that. Wolf Strike. Well, Purifier into Purifier seems fine. They still don't have anything to get there on that rare. So I'm just on Swing Away, drop Purifier number 2. They have a double block on Thalia that could work, but I'm fine with that. And this is the way we're going to get our card instead of pointed discussions. Please, please, only one of you. Unfortunately, you couldn't play the swamp we drew, but I'm glad we drew one. Didn't matter anyway. Green, red, humanish aggro, kind of werewolfy, but not really. It's just kind of look. I mean, it's kind of a mix. You got an epicure here, just kind of green, red aggro, right? So we'll keep that in mind. What's good on that front? We could bring in the guest again, like second guest over third bat, maybe. Gift of Fangs looking better against this lineup. Let's bring in that. And maybe if we're bringing in Gift of Fangs, we're not... we had some tough cuts, is the thing, to make that fit. Could use another bat. I think so. I like these bats. They're doing good work in general in this deck, but something's got to give, and the other stuff is even better. And we still got 2 bats to work with. And they're not the best early. You really want them turn 6 or whatever. But you got nothing else to do on... I see what you did there, Magic Gods. Wow. It's hard to throw this back. It's prone to flood, and the bats are here too early. But I'm not sure a random 6 is going to be better than this. So I'm going to keep it, but this is a rough keep that's likely to flood. All right, great draw that it's not... wonderful draw because it's A, not land, and B, pitches a land. And C, makes some life for a bat. We can go bat, trade, play guest, rebuy bat with bat, you know? You're a little bit late, Minister, but we'll take you on 2. But there's Snap offering the Epicure, and we'll play out the bat and see what happens after that. If they attack into a bat with a 1/1, that says something. They certainly represented tricks throughout game 1.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come here to fight.
All right, well, she doesn't seem that great.
Looking a little singed.
Like, doesn't really protect herself when we get to play bats and pressure. So, it doesn't seem that great. But even not great planeswalkers demand respect and attention. I don't love just letting it go unchecked, even though it's not great, so we're going to pressure it. And bat plus Minister is nice for next turn. It's not enough to kill it if Chandra pluses 1, but, you know, we're going to keep the pressure on.
Who needs a plan? Just improvise.
Needs to be not land and has to be red. It's a lot of hoops there. Geist is interesting because we get to threaten to eat the boar if they want to go for the recruit. Guest does the same job, but we use up our mana better. So yeah, I think that's what Haj is basically saying. Let's start with Bat, pumped up attacking Chandra though. I like that.
Hey, you better not ruin my dress, buddy.
And we can, if we wait on the rummage to gain life, the bat could matter though. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll throw the block and see what they do about it, I suppose. Right, Minister gains life. I don't need the blood. That's a great point. Thanks.
So I'm a little hot-headed. So what?
Point is, both guest and minister need to die before we are unable to gain life. That's the main thing. They're measuring twice here, it looks like. Will they cut once? No. So let's rummage while the rummaging is good, and we have the life link basically secure still. Or not the life link, the life gain. More things to do with our life gain. Probably better things than the bat right here. I like just bat Chandra and then draw off the purifier. No real benefit to really putting the +1 on the bat per se. I'm just trying to see if there's a tax down here. There's not really, so it doesn't matter. I'll do this just for general correctness, you know, but in this case, it doesn't really matter where we put that point.
I gotta burn even brighter.
Well, what's correct? I mean, yeah, I guess Oppo creature is, but it does, like, if they're gonna kill the bat, they're gonna kill the bat. Maybe putting this somewhere convinces them to kill something else, but that just doesn't seem realistic. Really? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, making sure that's incorrect then, you're right. We want to make sure we gain the life. Sweet little engine going here, though. I'm liking our chances at getting some gems back out of this event. Bad decisions there aside. My channel's all about showing you how many mistakes you can make at Magic and still have a very good win record. Kill the Epicure. Rob, it's not Friday. What are you doing to me, man? I explicitly said it didn't matter where I put the minister targeting, but it did. There was a better way to do it than I did. A very minor efficiency, but you know, it's it's a game of tiny edges. It seems like it doesn't matter till you lose a game over it, right? Now back to the attempt to win at hand. I mean, I'd say I'm confident, but you know, they got a big. They're 20 life. We got a long way to go here. Do we have anything to get back? No, so we're going to keep gaining life though. That's pretty sweet. Now it's correct with them tapped out and no reach. We want to put it on the bat to get that through. Yeah, I don't see using Fangs here just because there's nothing I care about. I like Twin Blade because I don't care if it dies, and then we'll just draw a card. I can play another Bat. That wouldn't suck either, but I like just getting cards out of the Purifier while we got this engine going. Fangs on Guest. I just don't feel the need yet. I'd rather hold it as removal for some problem utility creature. And as someone else said, as a possible 2-spell to flip it daytime. I'm also not giving you enough of that. Maybe I should just go for more damage in the air Hajj, but I wanted to get raise dead value out of this Bat, and I feel like just drawing cards off Purifier in the meantime is great. And couldn't go Guest, Bat, and Purifier draw. I can't wait to block with this Twin Blade Geist. Like, I'm so excited to do that. So with the Bat and the Minister, I like putting the Purifier at risk on the Recruit. I like putting the Twin Blade Geist on... Well, you could put... What is this? Like, Hat's like, what are they doing with this attack? I think they just have... they have tricks, but I like our... Like, we could even do this. And let him take the Purifier, and then we get... Because I just think we're going to bat our way back whatever we don't keep here. But also, yeah, Wolf Strike is what we saw before. So if we assume Wolf Strike, though, let's go Recruit. I just like this on Recruit. And you want double... Yeah, double block 2/4 is good. That's about the same line, right? And then we can put this on the 2/4. Or the 2/2. I like this. Let's do this. This is we're expecting to get a Wolf Strike quote blowout here, but it's all part of the plan for the Bat next turn. Yeah, throw us in the Briar Patch, right? Yeah, that's a good one, Hajj. That exiling the Purifier could have been rough. Now we like having the Fangs around. We can kill this with the Fangs. We can bat back our bomb. You like double strike the Bat. Swing for 6, play Bat. Yeah, that's a reasonable one, too. We can still even do the gift in that play, right? We, at 7 mana, still get both of those. Yeah. All right, let's do this. We need all the mana for that. I'm going to try... Let's see if this dies first. Thank you, Double D's. Much appreciated. Sweet, sweet Bezos bucks. Taking the Hajj line here, I like it. They're tapped down such that they can't really stop it. It's going to be quite a crackback, you're not wrong. But we can do it. Alexis doesn't like this amount of damage coming back at us. That's totally fair. But we do have a block on the pig at least. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to 6. If we want, we can block with bat. And there you go. That's where Alexis is scared. Legit. But we still have good blocks here. I still don't mind this. We're going to put the bat in harm's way, though. Because we get trades with the piggy, and... Well, we can trade here. Let's see if we need to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go to 7. Yeah, you're right. If I'm going to do it this way, I think you're right. We should block with both, but this is bad blocks. We want to do this and then bounce block over here. We keep our creature and save similar amounts of damage. Good read, Haj. Do it this way. Purifier. I think we just do Minister on bat again. And Purifier plus extra bodies makes for... Let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Do we have... Yeah, it is a 2-turn clock, just making sure we survive. Well, we get 3 blockers, right? And if you're saying not Minister here? Oh, no, because we can dump hand. Sure. Yeah, we can dump hand. All right. Since we can dump hand, we'll do it. I don't know if we can draw a card, but we can dump hand. And I'm going to do that over draw a card. I would rather just have blockers. When we're trying to threaten lethal in the air and just survive on the ground. Virtual 11 if we can get the Purifier in combat. Suitor not rough for us here because they can't, like, attacking with exactly 2 creatures is not their game plan. That's the desperation attack we're looking for, and we're just going to call them on it. All we need is our bat and our Minister to not die on this 1 card, and I just don't want to lose from 9 somehow, so we're going to do, like, I'll throw some blocks up here to take a look at it. This puts us at 11, but maybe we should just chump here. And that Massive Might gives trample, right? So we got to worry about that. I guess we go Thalia. Yeah, sorry. If we're chumping, we should do it this way. But then this looks reasonable. Yeah. Could also go like this and like this for what that's worth. Do it this way. All right, I think that was GG from Oppo. We like it. We take it. That was close. We might have been a little too aggro there. Alexis had a more conservative line that probably covers more bases than we did, but we covered the right ones this game. and got some gems back out of it. Lost a tight one in the first round, but came back for another 2 and got some gems. My comment on alchemy was, can we draft it? No. Get back to me when we can. I'll care about alchemy when when cards from it are in the cube. That's as a player. As a game designer, I had lots of thoughts on the design space and the motivations. And if you want to go back to the beginning of the VOD today, I did speak to it quite a bit, so you can get my interpretation of Watsy's mindset when thinking about such a product. But yeah, it does seem like a lot of reading. I don't know about that. We know
Oh no, please! I can't read your crazy moon language!
well, you can come on tomorrow if you want. You can come on anytime, Alexis. Anytime you got something to say, you let me know. We can bring you on, and you can stay on for as long as you like. That does remind me, tomorrow we are not going to have a gauntlet. I don't know if I'm going to do just a usual thing like we did today, or something different from MTGAdraft.tk. But Alexis, if you want to come on tomorrow, we could chat. Maybe there's some good 2-player modes on Arena. The trouble is, it's tough for me to play heads up against a guest because I talk about my actions. So if we ever played, you would have to go silent or whatever. But we'd also do some of that action as well. I don't know about Monster Train, but yeah, let's. I'll touch base with Alexis, but if we can play it by ear too. Just let me know in the morning. You want to hop on and because I got an AMA about the decathlon. So here's something I want to answer tomorrow, Alexis. So you should, if you want to jump on, get some thoughts on this too, and maybe we can talk about those. That Tony Hawk Pro Skater stream, yeah. There's so many things I say and then never deliver. I should just shut up except to talk about my magic mistakes. Anyway, I have nothing to say on Decathlon right now because I haven't read that article at all. So I'm gonna do that. Let's let our YouTube friends off the hook here. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube friends. Another fun draft. Good job, chat, helping me navigate. And shame on that terrible stream sniper who absolutely 100% was stream sniping and cost us that first match. 100%, no questions. Bang the gavel. Never speak of it again.